Well, here we are talking about hockey on the warmest day of the year so far. It wasn't 90, but man, it was close. Denver officially topped out at 89 degrees. Meteorologist Kathy Sabins here with a quick look at what's ahead. Kathy?
Yep, did you see those turbulent skies? Spring is in the air and gusty thunderstorms creating gusts of 50 miles per hour with some of those collapsing storms in areas like Aurora and Buckley Air Force Base today. I mean, damaging winds really, and not a lot of rain that we would love to see in a day with temperatures trending 15 degrees warmer than average. And it's still mild outside. 10:03 in the evening, 77 degrees in Denver, 66 in Colorado Springs. And that's a big warm up. This time yesterday, we were not this warm. We're 15 degrees warmer this hour than we were 24 hours ago. The wind was a big feature, mainly with these gusty storms. But even over some of the elevated terrain, it's not entirely calm tonight. We have this plume of moisture coming into Colorado from the south underneath the ridge, and that's producing these widely scattered gusty storms. And they're moving from the southwest to the northeast. A little wind, a little lightning. We'll probably see this play out again tomorrow. Temperatures will be a few degrees cooler tomorrow, but still trending in record territory for about the next 48 hours. Calm and quiet overnight tonight. Coming up, we'll check the radar again and talk about a change for the weekend that includes cooler weather, mountain snow, and rain for Denver.
A big fire tore through an apartment in South Denver today, sending one person to the hospital. Sky 9 captured it before first responders had gotten there. Investigators are now working to figure out what started it.
9 News reporter Colton Chavez is off Hamden near Yosemite with all that we know tonight. Colton?
Yeah, Kyle, one thing that we are still asking the question about is we've asked Denver Fire what the extent of the damage is for the apartment building and how many people were forced to leave their homes. Now, we're still waiting a response from Denver Fire on those questions, but what we do know is that the investigation tonight is just getting started.
And they said it's pretty bad, the whole thing is on fire.
Denver Fire sent in additional resources as flames spread through an apartment building in Denver.
We were just on our way home back from the hospital.
James and his dog Delta had just gotten off the bus on Hamden Avenue.
It was just a weird downforce wind. The winds picked up, there was a little bit of rain. I had my head tucked down, and when I heard the snap, I kind of looked over to see what that was because it was a loud crack and saw the telephone pole.
Cell phone video captures the moments after the pole fell on the apartment and sparks started to fly.
When that pole fell over on top of that apartment, it started sparking and causing flames, shooting flames everywhere.
I noticed the electricity flickering on and off in my place.
Neighbors say electricity was cut from their homes as families and firefighters had to push through a warm Wednesday afternoon.
The pine tree going up in between the buildings was really, smoky, so big, black, thick smoke that went up. It's been so dry lately, not a lot of moisture, so everything was going up so quick.
Denver Fire was also moving quickly and says they were able to knock the bulk of the fire out within a few hours.
I've had a different apartment complex go on fire before, but it wasn't as bad as this one.
Now, Excel does confirm that there was a power outage at the apartment around 2:20 this afternoon. Now, as of the 10 o'clock hour, those 2,800 impacted customers, well, the lights are back on according to Excel's outage map. Live in Denver, Colton Chavez, 9 News.
The 17-year-old student accused of driving so recklessly that 2 schools in Aurora tightened security is now in custody. The Cherry Creek School District says the teen sped around Cherokee Trail High School and Fox Middle School yesterday while hitting several cars. No one was hurt, but the schools were under secure status most of the day, meaning all exterior doors were closed and locked. Aurora police arrested the student this afternoon at an apartment complex a couple of miles from the schools. If you've driven Colorado Boulevard, you probably wished there was some way to do it faster. CDOT agrees. It thinks the answer could be bus rapid transit.
So faster buses in the middle, slower traffic on the outside. Leaders of one city along that stretch are not so hot on the idea. 9 News reporter Spencer Soyster joins us now from the Arts Haven of Glendale with that. Spencer?
Yeah, Kim and Kyle. So CDOT is considering 3 options for how to do its light rail on wheels plan. It would be going from its RTD Southmore station all the way down to RTD's 40th and Colorado station here on Colorado Boulevard. But that stretch would go through Glendale, who doesn't want anything to do with it. people know what bus rapid transit construction has done to Colfax.
We are 100% watching what's happening on Colfax.
There's no dancing around it. There are fears of something similar happening to the iconic Glendale Ballet right off Colorado Boulevard.
This is a hot topic in Glendale, absolutely.
Josh Bertrand is Glendale's deputy city manager, a place that supports the arts and whose city council says it's opposed to BRT going through its city and construction affecting all of its businesses. Glendale is just a mile or so of the 7-mile corridor where CDOT wants to add dedicated bus lanes, making buses faster and more reliable for the nearly 3,000 people who ride them every day.
This is really premature at this time to start planning a BRT project on Colorado Boulevard when they don't even know what the impacts are on Colfax to the businesses and the ridership from the BRT.
While Glendale may be home to one of the state's gentlemen's clubs, Colorado Boulevard is State Highway 2, so it's CDOT's call.
We want a bus lane.
Outside of a CDOT community meeting Wednesday, mobility activists with the Denver Streets Partnership are collecting signatures in favor of BRT.
BRTs are a way to move more people efficiently when we need to move a lot of people efficiently. And in our transportation system, as up to now, it's been through moving personal vehicles. But we can see the research is in, like that doesn't work. It's not safe.
The mobility group says the area needs to make changes to combat projected growth. Glendale points to data that show fewer people are driving Colorado Boulevard than were 20 years ago.
No, it's kind of a mixed bag in there.
Regardless of what CDOT does, in Glendale, the show will go on.
We would just do the best we can with what we have.
CDOT collected feedback tonight that isn't expected to finalize its plan for what it's going to do here until this summer. And construction, that's not supposed to start before 2030. Live in Glendale, Spencer Soisher, 9 News.